Good morning. Day 15. Well over halfway there now. Don't really, I wanted to talk this morning a little bit about family. There's the old adage that you can't choose your family. And this is certainly very true. My dad did a philosophy diploma years ago in Mary I in Limerick, and as a mature student, and he became friends with the lecturer, and later on at a dinner party when they were talking about family, my dad said to me, you don't have very much to say about, do you have any thoughts on what we talked about in relation to our families? And the gentleman said that philosophical and ethical philosophical ideas can be used to discuss and define pretty much all aspects of human interaction, except when it comes to families. Families are this kind of strange organism whereby they're the people who know you the longest, whether you have siblings or not, and you feel like they should be the people who know you the best. But the reality of it is it's not always the case, because we have a familial bias. So when we do something when we're 18, it has 18 years of history behind it that influence how that action is viewed. If you took that isolated incident and brought it to somebody who didn't know you, they might say, but why did you do that? Or, nah, that's not how you do it. Whereas your family will react completely differently. They just do. They will always treat you like the person that they've always known. You'll always be your mother's son or daughter. You'll always be your father's son or daughter. You'll always be your sister's or brother's sibling. And you can't escape that. That's not something you should have to escape. It's not something you should try to escape. But we also spend a lot of time looking for our family's approval. It's like it's the bastion of against which we grade everything. It's like, if my family accepts this or approves of this, then it's okay. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, as long as they think it's okay, it's okay. Which is why if they don't accept things, then it can be very, very difficult. Not having a dig at anybody's family, not having a dig at my own family. I'm just saying this is the way families function. You need to take a step back from that and recognise that they are just a set of people that you happen to know for a very long period of time. And you're related by blood. But you are your own person. And, you can do things like say people who emigrate, who go to live abroad, build whole lives that their families know nothing about. They don't know their friends, they don't know what their living situation is, they don't know what their romantic situation is, they don't know what their own familial situation is. So I think the point I'm trying to get to is that you just need to be careful about relying, you can always rely on your family. You should always be able to rely on your family. But you need to be careful in the expectation of reliance. And what I mean by that is that you need to, with your friends have a very kind of specific knowledge of who you are now. There's no influence of what you were like when you were a baby, a kid, a young, unless it's somebody you know since you were like in primary school. But like most of your friends you meet when you're kind of in your late teens, early 20s, that stay your best friends, or stay your good friends throughout the rest of your life. They know you through a period where you're an adult. So their knowledge of you is based on your adult personality. So it's going to be a more real knowledge of you. And as well, you're going to share things with your friends that you don't share with your family. Friends are often the first people that people come out to when they're gay. And actually many of the guides would say that like your first people you should tell are your close friends, not your family, your close friends. Because they'll always support you. Because they've chosen to be your friends and you've chosen to be their friend. So these are people who have made the choice to be in your orbit. So when you are suffering from depression or trauma, family's probably going to be one of the last people to understand, because of the inherent genetic knowledge of who you are as a person that they've known all their lives, and all of your life, so say. So families should be compassionate, they should be understanding, they should be listening, but they shouldn't always be your first port of call. So I think your friends are more important in that sense. The point as to why bringing this up is that you shouldn't use the opinions or your beliefs of what the opinions will be of your family as a reason to prevent you from doing anything or being anybody that you want to be. Family may not understand, but they should always accept. I understand that's not always the case. That's not, we're not all that lucky. But I would argue that if your family rejects you because they can't accept the trauma or the depression or whatever issue you have going on, then that's their loss, and it's okay. You've got friends, you've got people who are better for you than that, and who will care about you more, actually. So while it hurts the most, it actually matters the least, I think. That's what I try and tell myself anyway. Yeah. Press it too. Very tired this morning. It's very hard. I'll talk to you tomorrow.